arriving on Disney Plus on Monday. Well, Monday just gone, and it arrived on Nat Geo on Tuesday just gone. All 3 episodes available. It's a wildlife series called Secrets of the Penguins, and here's a clip.
I spent my entire life trying to sneak up on shy animals. These penguins are definitely different.
They teach. They toil. Practice parenting.
Wow.
And act weirdly brave for their size.
To survive here, you've just got to be so tough.
Yes, as you say, a slight step change, but absolutely lovely if you love penguins. Because this is, as you say, it's on Disney Plus, but it's a National Geographic adventure, really. And there are 3 episodes. Number 1, Heart of the Emperors. Number 2, Survival of the Smartest. And episode 3 is Rebels with a Cause. And it's just really lovely because, as with all of these kind of wildlife programs, you really get to understand the nature of each of these animals. And we just sort of see them as animals and they just get on and they just do that. But actually, there's real nuances, real intricacies, really human kind of in this instance, sort of things that you look at and think, God, that's a human would do that. That's absolutely incredible. And of course you have the sadness of these things as well, don't you? You know, the baby penguins, and you know, will they survive the storm? And the narrator is, and who's filming as well, is there really, really close to them. And I think this is where it falls apart a little bit for me. Does it fall apart? Perhaps that's a bit dramatic. Where I struggle, because we're so used to the likes of the voices of David Attenborough, and you know, more recent times there have been sort of newer people coming through, haven't there? But actually, it's that sort of it's his voice we've become very used to with these wildlife programs, and this is quite different because the narrator is Blake Lively, so it's kind of really strange, actually, because you've got Bertie there, Bertie Gregory, filming this whole thing, talking us through exactly what's going on, you know, and I can't help. I suppose if you're with these animals all the time and then you see, you know, animals dying, and you know, unfortunately that does happen. I don't know. It didn't ring as true to me, but I think I just need to move on from David Attenborough in that sense. I need to know that there are other people. But and also I'm not sure that Blake Lively was quite right for this, but perhaps, you know, like I suppose we spoke about this, but also if it means that it will encourage people to watch this, then that can only really be a good thing. And it's absolutely incredible. You'll be completely captivated. It's footage which is absolutely amazing. It's incredible, and to see how these penguins work and how they live. And yeah, I do love a wildlife documentary, and this is no different really on that front. What do you think, Ian?
I very much enjoyed it. I only saw episode 1, but it was great. There's 2 standout moments. One of them I'd never seen before. So he films 2 emperor penguins. So the first one's all about the emperor penguins in the Antarctic. They are practicing how to, you know, they have to kind of keep the egg off the ice once it's been laid, don't they? So they kind of keep it, they hold it on their claws, on top of their claws, and they have a little sort of pouch that it nestles into. So they're practicing transferring the egg from one to another using like a snowball. Never seen that before the, you know. I
think that's the only footage they've ever got that. Yeah, it's incredible. And then there's another section. So, you know, obviously the chicks are born, and then the parents go back to the sea after a while, and the chicks are kind of left to fend for themselves. And you see them all gathering at the top of this massive ice cliff, and you think, please do not jump off it, because they need to get into the ocean below. Well, I won't say what happens next, but it's absolutely nail-biting. So it's good stuff. And yeah, you see Bertie filming, and the winter storms are, you know, so severe that he has to go, you know, and take shelter in his tent, and the chicks have to learn how to do the famous
penguin huddle where they, huddle together to keep warm. And they're almost the most identifiable species of bird, aren't they, for us, because of kind of the waddle and the way they all huddle together and the way they look after their young. So I really liked it. It was great. I mean, there are a lot of wildlife documentaries, but yeah, this I thought started very, very strongly.